part 2 of me figuring out what I'm doing as I go. So far what we've done is we've logged you in. We have changed the name on your blog account. We have changed your profile picture, and we made sure that your post is getting to a point where you are ready for your first post. Now, you can see that they have a couple of posts right here because I have been playing with this account, but as of this point, you guys will only see the welcome messages. So I'm going to go over, and the very first thing I am going to do is I'm going to start by creating some menus and pages. So you can do that in one of two ways. You can either come over to Pages and add new page, or you can come up here and you can do, this is a quick shot right here of posts, media, links, pages. You are going to find that on this website you're going to find things in multiple locations and in multiple places. That does not mean it's not the same thing. It just means that it gives you multiple places to get into the same spot. So I'm going to go up here. I'm just going to use this way first. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a new page. So let's title this one, how about, let's go with resources. And I can tick over here. I've illustrated this in another video, but you can choose when it's published. So if you need to choose a date and a time and it goes live at that point, you can. If you want to continue to create it public, or if you want to create it publicly and post it now, you may. Or if you want to post it privately, what that means is only you can see it to site administrators and to your editing people with permission. Otherwise, to the general public, people just coming by your page at random, it will not show up. So I'm going to go ahead and instead of adding any blocks or anything, I think I'm just going to add a picture so that we know the difference between this and another one. Blocks are interesting little things. It really does just depend on what you're doing. If you do not want to download a picture, then you can always insert from URL. A URL is a website location, and you can actually find those relatively easily. So if I come to Google, for instance, and I'm just going to type in donut, because who doesn't love donuts? If I can spell it right. It's Friday. That is what editing is for. I know I didn't spell that right, but I'm going to let it do that. I always want to put an O-U-G. I'm going to go to images, and let's say I want to put this really tasty little baby on mine. So what I'm going to do, if I don't want to save it and go that way, I can hit Control on a computer and click at the same time I'm holding Control, or on a mouse you can also right click. But I'm going to go here, and you can actually see there's different links in here. I'm actually going to copy image address, and this actually only copies the particular picture. If I do open image in new tab, what it does, and you can't see it up here, it has clicked a new tab, and the only thing that shows up is the picture. So what that URL is going to do, again, if I hold Control and click or right click, I'm going to go ahead and I can copy image address. You have to be careful because there's a couple of them. Copy image address. And then when I do that, I can paste that URL here and edit. And now you can see my donut. So I didn't have to save anything. I just literally grabbed it, and it's connected to wherever that website hosts that picture. Some other website somewhere else has this picture on it, and it basically just looks at that website information and it goes and grabs that picture instead of me having to host that. So I have that now, so I'm just going to use that because that will help us, if I've recreated any resources pages, that will help us know the difference between them. And whatever else you're going to put on there, obviously you can figure that out. So save draft saves it for later so I could work on it a little at a time. You can view it and kind of preview how it's going to look. Like if I go on mobile, it'll show me what the web page is going to look like on a phone or on a tablet or on a desktop. So it kind of shows me the different kind of formats of things as I'm turning screens and things. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit publish. What that does is it makes it live right away, and you can see, you can double check your settings right here before you hit the yes, I'm okay to go ahead forward button. I can also view the page here, or here. And what that means is now I can see where it's live and I can see what it looks like. And you can see I see a great big old donut on my resources page. That's awesome. So that means I've got where I need to be. So I'm going to go, either I can hit the back button because I was just there, or I can hit, actually I'm actually going to do because that's a little easier. And it takes me to that page. I'm going to go back to my Word. The W on the top gets me back to this little thing. So you can see I have created a new page. So what that does, in your very first time you do this, it's going to show you a welcome world kind of a thing. You can get rid of or add to these at any time. If you need to add a new page, you come right here, obviously. And if you need to get rid of it, you can hit trash, or if you need to select more than one, you can always hit the check boxes. I'm not going to trash that because I need it, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that. Now, before it shows up, and I'll show you what I mean, if I go to my home page right now and I visit the site, even though I have a page, there is no page listed. So this is qualified as a menu, and you're going to have to adjust your menus. There are two ways to get there. You can either customize, and you can see there's a little thing that says menus and widgets and background images and things like that. Or if you are on your dashboard, when you come to your dashboard, there it is, over here under appearance, there is also menus. Either one gets you to the same thing. This one just has a full screen view. The other one will have a half a screen view. I prefer this one just because it's easier for me to, in my brain, make that happen. So first time, you're not going to have any menus. I have a invalid one, but you're not going to see anything. And I'm going to reload my page just so you can see what you're going to see. Reload. Oh, it's going to insist on that. So now that I have a page, what you're looking at here, this is your menu. This is the structure of it. This is what it's going to look like. This is your control panel. So this is how I control what's over here. This is a list of the pages. So these are actually different subs. So you can see I can control my posts. I can control custom links. I can control categories from here. So I can actually add anything to my menu that I want. I'm going to call this home page menu because you can actually create more than one. And you can customize them to each pages. We are not going to do that with this. We're not going to get that involved. But what you are going to have to do is, chances are, because I did this without, I'm going to remove, I did this without starting with a fresh page. So I actually have been messing with this. You probably won't see too much on here. As soon as you have a page, you're going to see this little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and add to menu. So what it's going to do is it's going to take that page. So if I had multiple pages here, I could select those multiple pages. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to, okay, so what it's telling me is, hey, you didn't save your changes yet, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to maybe add my first blog post and add to menu so I can get my blog post. I can also, on my menu to show that things are different, I can drag it over to give it a little bit of an indent. So I'm going to put a couple more posts in there just so you guys can see the difference. Add to menu. And I can rearrange, as you saw. I can put them anywhere I want to. So the Hello World post, that's the annoying beginning one. You can always drag and undrag. A sub item goes below it, so it's inside of that folder. So once I do that, I'm going to save my menu. And I'm also going to take the display location. You might not see this right away because it might be hidden like that. But as you scroll down, you're also going to want to check primary. What primary does is it puts it as your main menu, and what that does is it basically just puts it on your main page, which is what you want. So I'm going to go ahead. You can set it. And what this is you can auto add pages. So instead of having to come back here the whole every time, you can automatically put things in. I'm not going to check that box because I want to control what's on my menu. So I'm going to hit save. And then if I go to manage with live preview, basically all it's done is hit the customize button and take me there. So I could close this, and it's basically the same thing as if I come here and go to my dashboard, or if I come here and I go and I view my site, visit site, you can see I can do that 3 different ways. If I hit customize, you can see that menu pops up. Again, it's the same thing. So again, it's getting you to the same place. So I'm going to take a look over here. Now you can see where it was empty before. Now I have my first post entry. It's underneath. It's a little bit indented from my resources. This is my post, hello world. So you can see that I can go to these different pages that I've made and scroll through. The only thing I can't find is my home page, and I have to play around with that particular thing. Maybe this. Nope. But I'm not going to worry too much about that for right now. There's a way to get it to come back in there and say a home page, but either way, I'm going to go right here. So right now what I just did is I set up my menu, and I'm going to come back here and I can take a look, and you can see I can have those. If I want to get rid of these, again, it's just a different view to do the same stupid thing over and over and over again. But I can get rid of these. That doesn't mean they don't get deleted. That just takes it off of the menu, as you see here. Sometimes people find it a little bit easier to do it right here on this screen so they can see the changes as they make them. Some people prefer to do it in the other window. So yes, you can delete your menu. If I delete my menu, that means I'm going to basically wipe what's over here. And I'm creating a new menu, and it will make me go through that whole process. I don't want to do that. So that's step number 1 to creating your page over here. The second part of what we're doing is that we are going to go in and we are going to add a flag counter for fun. So if I go to the teacher's website, which is mine, I'm going to go as a visitor. What you're going to notice on this visiting site, get off of that. Yes, that's fine. I'm going to get on to, again, I'm going to go visit the teacher's class blog. And as I get here, you're going to see the teacher has her menu set up. Also over here, all the way at the bottom, and you can put this wherever you want. I'll show you later. Visitors. If I click on this, this is actually a website embedded into a little bit of an instructional code. What that basically means is I copy and pasted something and put it into a box, and then it makes a program for me. And another website runs this. So if I click on this, I go travel to another website, and that website keeps track of how many visitors I've had, where they're from, and if I want to dig into, I've had 27 visitors from the United States, 1 from Germany, 1 from Poland. I can see the last visitor was 55 minutes ago. I can see these guys visited me in September and October. I can also, if I click on the name of the country, I can actually go and see a little bit about where they came from and all about the different countries in there. And I can do that through this box as well. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to my home, and this is on another tab. So I'm going to close this out and show you fresh. Oops. All right. Here's my donut search. Look tasty. There we go. So again, I'm still signed in as my test account, so that's good. So I'm going to go to access this by going to the teacher's account. So I'm going to go find Mrs. Walton's dashboard. Nope, sorry, not her dashboard. She's going to go, I'm going to go visit her site as Phony Isaac. And Phony Isaac is going to look down her page, and he's going to find her flag counter. He's going to click on it. He wants to add this to his site. So in order to do that, he's going to hit the home button. And this is where you can change the settings of what you see displayed. So right now I can change the maximum, maybe my maximum on Fake Isaac's count is 15. So it'll show me up to 15 flags. I want to do 16 because I'm an even kind of a person. I can do 3 columns or 5 columns of flags. It's up to you. Since it's going to be on a long skinny menu, I wouldn't do more than 3. 2 might be better. But you can also do it if you want to really make it stretch. So this is changing the settings. So I'm going to use visitors, I'm not going to change that. You can change your background color and customize it the way you want to. Maybe Fake Isaac wants tiger orange, tiger yellow, and we'll keep the text at black. Be careful because it's possible to set this in a way that you can't read it. So be careful. I would keep it a high contrast color, which means it's easy to read on those sides. You could also put a border color in if you want. I don't know, make it bright red. Why not? Basically, this is changing all of the settings. It's giving it a setting. That's kind of cool. Maybe he'll put that on there. So it's up to you how you want to do this. You can either do the counter or you can do the map and see where people are from. Chances are we're not going to get a whole lot of traffic from over here, but you never know. As you can see, I had some from Germany and Poland, so we will figure out how to get traffic later. Once you have, you can see it as a percentage of your visitors. I prefer a number because that's a whole lot easier. You could also do flag labels, which gives you the country it's from. Page counts, how many page views you've had. You can do mediums or larges, up to you. Once you have this the way you want, then you're going to go ahead and you actually are going to click on Get Your Flag Counter. You do not need this. You're going to skip. Now here's what looks like a trick and it's not. This is your flag counter. This is what you've created. This is the code. You guys code all the time. This is the code that includes all of the settings that you just made. I know it doesn't seem like it, but that's it. I just hit the back button. So I'm going to hit copy. So you're going to do code for websites, HTML, and hit copy. When you hit copy, what you just did is you copied the code for the program. So we're going to come back. Again, I accidentally closed the window. I'm so sorry. That happens. It's Friday afternoon, can you tell? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm going to come to Fake Isaac's dashboard. And believe it or not, that is all I need in order to get that flag on the website. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to allow it to get in there. So I'm going to go to widgets. Widgets are tiny little toolboxes that we can put onto our losing my words here, onto our websites. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to add a widget. And we are looking for HTML, custom HTML. HTML is the type of code for a website. So I'm just going to copy and paste. So if you're going to do that, you can right click on your mouse and you can just hit paste because you've already copied it. On my Mac keyboard, I can hold the command. It looks like a really weird plus flower button. Hold that and hit V at the same time that I'm holding that, and that will also paste. Either way, you're doing the same thing. And then what I've done is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm actually going to move this up. I'm going to drag that with these 6 little dots, and I'm going to put it right at the top. I want it smack dab right at the top. And if I don't want, let's say I don't want to see archives. I decided I don't need that box. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. I'm going to delete this one. I can get rid of it. So not only can you add widgets, you can get rid of them too. Up to you how you want to do that. That's fine. You're going to notice this one says Sidebar Area 1. All of these are different locations. I'm not quite sure where they all go, I'll be honest. But these sidebar locations are different places on the website. This is the one I'm familiar with, and I'll show you where that goes. So I'm going to update, and I'll show you where Sidebar Area 1 lives. If I go here to this site, you can see it just as it is. I'm going to, I thought there was a preview window over here. Nope. Okay. That's all right, because I've already posted it. I've updated. So what I'm going to do, it changed the settings, so I'm going to visit my site. And now you can see underneath the menu that I created, I had the search bar in the widgets, and now I have the flag counter. And my archived post or whatever it was that I deleted is gone. So I can actually change this sidebar with widgets. I don't know where the other sidebars live. I don't know where the header and footer lives. I haven't played with those. But Sidebar area 1 apparently is right here on this particular format. So your job today, I know that was a lot. Your job today is going to be to do two things. You're going to set up a menu. Your menu, as a refresher, is in Appearance, Menus. You can add pages to it. You can take pages away from it. You're going to set up your menu, hit Primary, and Save Menu. Once you have a menu saved and it's ready to work, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go into Widgets, and you're going to add a widget. So in order to get this code, you have to visit the teacher's site. It won't be on yours until you put it there. Visit the teacher's site. Visit the website flags. Create your account. Whatever your settings are, create that. Adjust them. And then once you do that, you're going to hit copy. And let's see, I've got to go back. There we go. And once I'm here, I'm going to go back to my widgets. Dashboard, Appearance, Widgets. I'm going to find where it says Sidebar Area 1. I'm going to add a block. And if you need to, just type in HTML if it's not on the top. Mine's on the top. And instead of writing it, you're just going to right-click and you're going to paste. As soon as you paste it, that's all it needs. And you can drag it to wherever you want. So just to prove it, I'm going to put it right up here underneath the other one. And you're going to see two different versions. I can even preview if I want. So you can hit preview if you're not sure what that looks like. So I've previewed it. I've got it the way I want to. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to update. And then if you want to check it, you can visit your site. And you can see now I have 2 flag counters in here. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I did my best to explain. If it's a little bit convoluted, but it's not hard if you're playing around in the right places. Again, if you have any questions, just contact me and I will do what I can to explain. Thank you.